Hi family, friends, this is Mark Candle here in my home in Hartwick, New York. It's January 5th, 2022, starting off the new year. Like most Americans, we're all hanging out in our house, trying not to go crazy and trying to keep ourselves healthy. And you know, a lot of people use a treadmill. I have one, but this is really my favorite form of exercise right here. I call this kit 8-ball because of the 8-ball symbol that's on his right kick base. And so this is my favorite form of exercise right here. This kit is pretty unique. I've had 3 professional drummers sit at it and just go, wow, I don't know what to hit first. And then I tell them, just try to hit everything on the kit. And I think there's 58 different things to hit on this kit, a whole bunch of different toms, and there's I keep the snares out because you know there's a lot of overtones and rattles for snares, but it's got 2 10s, 2 12s, 2 14s. It's got 6 cowbells. Cute little dinky one. So, you can get pretty creative with them. You know, there's always one handy no matter which way you're looking. That's kind of neat. You got to have these chime cymbals. They're kind of neat. Got to have a triangle and one on your hi-hat, and then you try and hold on to your sticks. The way these, by the way, I use almost exclusively, well, I do use exclusively, no, I can't say exclusively, I have others. I have Remos and Rogers, but I like Evans G2 coated heads. Although these 2 over here are clears and they have a different tone to them, they sound more like a barrel. Where the rest of them sound more muted. You know, that's 2 of the same size. So, and if I use all these toms, the way they're tuned, how would that go? Yep. And when you're playing music, especially rock and roll, you know, it depends on what your tempo is going to be, you know. That's 70% of all rock songs, you know, usually the beat comes in on the 3 count, unless you're Charlie Watts, he's usually on the 1 count. Then he'll lift his hand on that beat. It's kind of interesting to watch him. Very steady, none more classic than Charlie Watts. The way these cymbals are set up, I like to do tricky things like that. Everything here is set just where I want it. You're asking yourself, what the hell is that? One day I'm in my living room watching Pink Floyd video and eating this can of Planters mixed nut can. When I got done with them banging on the bottom, I go, you know what? I kind of like the sound of that. So this might be the first, maybe even the only drum kit in the world that actually has a Planters mixed nut can as an accent piece. But I like it, so it is what it is. all those guys doing that fancy, this kind of stuff all the time. I don't care about that, you know. Hey, if you sat and practiced for hours and hours, man, you could really be the best stick twirler, and I don't care. And I used to be more concerned in my younger days about being really fast, trying to be precise. Then I watched some of my favorite drummers, Phil Earhart from Kansas, Neil Peart from Rush, a lot of Todd Zuckerman, a lot of them, Simon Phillips, and they all have these big, massive double kick picks with a lot of different tones, and they play melodically, and that's what I'm into. Instead of just going, I want it to be, or you use 5 or 6 tones for the same pattern, and now you're doing a melody, not just a beat pattern. So, and with this kit, like for instance, I call this take the high road going and the low road coming back. How many there are here, I don't know. When I turn to the left, I like having another hi-hat, especially if I'm going to turn on these snares that are over here on this side. Pardon my French. You know. I've had professional drummers sitting and go, I've never seen cymbals set up like this before. And I go, well, yeah, it's because I want to go. There, inside of about 4 seconds, when I hit about 8 different cymbals. And, you know, it's just all the way you like to play. And the bass kick, maybe I said before, all these double bass kick players you see, I notice they're all pitched the same. They sound exactly the same. Both sides do. So I put double pedals on my right side, and then my left side is a more distinctive bang. That way you hear the beat and tempo with my feet. My hands can sit right here and you can still dance along to it. There's really no better way to get your exercise. Now what I'm playing here is totally spontaneous, just whatever your head thinks up, but it comes right out your hands. Elephants coming through here. Now another thing that's interesting about my drum kit, one day I'm sitting in the living room, I'm thinking A through G, 7 notes, you know, I throw out the half notes, and I thought to myself, well, what if I buy 14 steel snare drums and pitch them all, put them side by side like this, so I can play, again, I can play melodies and not just a beat pattern. A beat pattern is something like, Now, totally different, same pattern, totally different. Now it's a melody. Cool thing is, snares, if I turn them on, there's a whole difference. But they make a lot of rattle overtone if I leave them that way. Four cowbells over here, 6 there, 3 on that hand kit, 2 of them over there, 2 of them on the kit out in the living room. I think I have 15 total cowbells. So take that, Saturday Night Live, more cowbell. I got 15 of the darn things. These are 2s. Those actually are snares if I want to turn them on. This section I call Santana. This is 8-ball, my basic. Well, there's nothing basic about that, but that's my rock kit. And over here is, you can't really see them in the camera, but it's the whole hand section with African drums. And there's a whole bunch of bongos over here. And I have another hi-hat over here that I had at home. There's a 1976 Rogers, 14-inch, 6.5-inch, 10 lug. There's a 78 Gretsch, an 82 Slingerland, and an 84 Sonar snares right here next to you. But anyhow, that's today's exercise deal for today, Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. I hope you're all having a great, good, healthy year. I expect to. So, hey, stay happy. Peace out. Make sure you get your exercise, whether you have a drum kit or not.